Okay, how do I start this out? Let's see.
Slouch. What would my mom think?
Suck it in. Okay. I get to ride a lot of different trails all over the country, so I get a lot of variety in my trail riding. But I'm well aware that most people live in one area and have a certain set of trails that are your go-to rides, and probably even more specifically like the go-to trail, the one that's closest to your house, the one that if there's rush hour, that's where you're going. And because of that, a question that I get an awful lot is, Alex, how do you keep your local trail interesting? So today I'm here with my buddy Daniel. He lives here in Atlanta, and we were at Sope Creek, his local, the one that he goes to just to get a ride in after work. So what do you do? How do you spice it up here at Sope Creek? How do you keep your daily rides interesting?
Just trying to find little jib jumps, little routes that you can pop off of here or there. Trying to create new lines, and you kind of remember each time you approach that section, like, oh, this is where I saw that nose bonk opportunity, or this is where I saw that kind of little hip jump that's there.
Yeah.
There's lots of that at Sope Creek, and it's funny to watch people ride right by it.
Right.
And not even know like that there's this little gem just hiding right there in that root or in that rock.
And this is what I notice when I come to ride with Daniel, is how dialed he is on this particular trail. And if I follow him behind him, I look forward and I see the line that I was normally going to take, and then I see him do something that I hadn't seen or I wouldn't have noticed otherwise. And it really inspires my creativity, and I think that's something that is oftentimes overlooked by people when they are riding the same trail every day. They just feel like it gets monotonous, and then you just end up doing the same trail every day and you ride it the same way, when in fact there's a lot of different ways to ride the same trail. So today we're going to focus on that particular aspect of trail riding. We're going to go out with Daniel on this trail, and we're going to find some fun sections, and I'm going to look at the line that I think I would normally have taken, and then Daniel's going to show me different ways that he has come up with to approach it either more effectively or more fun. Let's do it. All right, we're to our first little section here. Daniel, why don't you explain what we got here?
You've got a really rough bit that's been washed out. Just the trails here are so overused. Then when you come into this corner, you have the first instinct to go left here, but the next corner is a hard sweeping left turn. It's usually full of little rocks and it's real dusty.
So let me go up here and see how I would hit this normally.
So in order to set up wider for the corner, I drop in right here and I see this little root. I'll pop off this root, and that sets me up past all these rocks, so I don't have to worry about trying to break on rocks and getting bounced around.
So you bump jump off of this little root.
So I bump jump off of here, I clear all of this kind of sketchy stuff, and I lean left so I can land on this embankment.
And then be wide set up for that turn.
And now, since I'm compressing into this corner, I'm actually getting more grip by pushing into my tires even more, and I can then exit the corner with more speed.
All right, so we're at the second section, and this time I'm just gonna send into it without knowing what it is, and we'll see what line I end up on. And then Daniel will tell me what he thinks. Kind of a tricky section. I definitely wasn't sure what the optimal line is. I didn't realize that I was gonna turn again here, so this line is kind of, so I guess you wanna come into this as, actually, can you get high on this? And then just straight into this turns?
Yep, so instead of turning there, you can jump straight over this thing and come straight to the outside of this corner.
And then just turn once.
Yep. Talking about like really used trails, this is a perfect example of what happens. There's roots right here. There's a big root that starts right here. People come wide.
Yeah, so they're gonna go inside of that to avoid it.
On the brakes, and they're landing here. It digs out here, and it bounces, and it bounces. And it goes like that all the way down, and then you get into all these gnarly, twisty roots. So what I like to do, you start and get away from these bumps. So
you come in this side towards the tree?
Yep, so you're riding right here in this gap, and you ride right where you're standing. And right about here, you can see there's this S-turn. There's one, turn to the left, turn back to the right, and then turn back to the left with a big root ball on the inside, so you're not going off of that.
Right.
So what you want to do is actually cut up into the grass like a Frenchie, fly through here on the left side.
So I mean, the main thing is that you're cutting down the amount of times you have to turn.
Right, so you're taking the inside line, left turns. Everyone usually comes down through here, especially on hardtails, cross-country guys. When they hit this thing, you can already see it. there's stuff blown
Turn right there.
here because they hit the sandy corner, there's no traction, and they skid sideways.
And then you oversteer to the left,
Yep.
and then you have to turn back to the right and then back to the left again. All right, so he's gonna take as straight of a line as possible. Only one turn. Dude, it's so dialed. That's so much faster. Holy cow. That was super smooth. That was way fast. Definitely had to make sure your weight is in the right spot, because this still is a tough turn if you're going fast.
Yeah, I mean, you come in pretty steep on the backside of the thing,
right.
and then you're front end heavy coming into a sandy corner.
Right. Did you try to stay out of the rut in the middle, or you tried to stay on the far right?
Yeah, I'm trying to use the side of this as a burn, right?
Okay, so you're trying to be in the rut. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get right there.
Yeah.
Use that as a bank.
Right.
Once I get here, there's no support.
Okay.
Like you just turn,
Yep.
it slides. So.
Let me give this a shot.
Yeah. Up and over, hit the corner. Perfect.
Oh, wow.
All right, so this was like a perfect example of what I was talking about, because that's a line that I would, if I'm just casually riding here, maybe once or twice by myself, I would never think about that efficiency, and it is insane the difference it makes in quality and fun of the ride. So that's awesome. That's a good one, dude.
Yeah, man.
Here's an example of another cool little feature. This is just a little pump jump opportunity that Daniel has found. If you look at this, it looks harmless enough. It's pretty flat, but what you can do is you can pre-jump off of this, and there's a little terrain here that you can transition onto. I tried to gap it further to right here.
Way down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
another way you can hop off of it and land over here.
We're at a really fun section. This is actually like a connector trail, but it's a fun section. I've always enjoyed it. Can you explain it real quick, Daniel?
It's two-way traffic, so be careful. First
Yes.
of all. But there's a lot of switchbacks, so you can see down the switchback over your shoulder.
Okay.
You got a little shredder.
Get it, Noah.
Keep pedaling. I'm gonna make sure you don't fall. Try to go this way. So pedal hard. Pedal, pedal, pedal.
You got it, dude.
Got it?
Pedal, 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 pedal. Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
Stay right there.
Nice, bud. Can I get Nux?
No, with the sound effects.
So this trail just goes down. It's got a few little kind of pop jumps, just where there's a roller over that you can kind of table.
Double up.
Or you double up on it, and then there's a bunch of hard switchback corners. But there's some high lines that you can pop into, and then there's kind of like the corner that we looked at earlier where it has like an S-turn. You can kind of hop up on the middle and actually pump into the back side.
Ooh, okay.
And make more speed to exit faster.
Word. Here comes the rain.
I don't think it's gonna like get less now. I think it's in it.
It was about at that time that it started just dumping rain on us out there at Sope Creek. So we actually had to call the day a little bit earlier than we had planned, and unfortunate because the backside of that loop is actually some of our favorite spots. But I think you guys all get the idea, the picture of what I'm trying to say in the video today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope that you get out and breathe some fresh air into your local trail. There are ways to spice up your trail, even if it's a trail that you ride regularly. Next time you go out, take a deeper look, take a deeper dive into the trail that you ride. Instead of just flying through the whole thing, slow down, find some new lines, make your trail fun again. And don't forget to let me know in the comments below if there's any other way that you guys might practice with your friends or do on your own to spice up your local trail. And I'd love to hear it. And with that, I will leave you guys with one of my favorite ways to spice up a trail. One of the best ways to get yourself good and injured if you haven't already during the trail ride. And that is the parking lot jib. Until I see you guys next time, you know what to do. Live free, ride hard, and get stoked. Take it away, Daniel.
How many takes do you do on it?
Ooh! do it. I can't do the turning one. That'd be cool.
Trying to do like the surf thing.
Yeah.
Window and back.
Oh,
Like drag.
You got really good. What was that?
Totally hit my wiener on that one.
What did